So we've just left Bangor. There's two of the boats that have gone out, they're over there. I know one of them's going to Campbell Council, Stoketon. I guess the other one's going up in that direction. Entrance to the marina's just back there. We came straight out and we're able to get straight under sail. Not sure what the day's going to be like, but the forecast looks good, so hopefully we can have a reasonable sail, although we've got rain or mizzle at the moment, and that wasn't due. But we'll see what happens. Looks brighter ahead anyway. Bye Bangor. Still a horrible day. It's meant to be sunny, believe it or not. Having a motor sail, I can't maintain 5 knots, which is like what I need to do to get round the top of Douglas. Sorry, not Douglas. Round the top of the Isle of Man, so we can get round to Ramsey / Douglas. Hoping it's because we've got a bit of tide pushing against us at the moment. Once that sorts itself out, but the wind's dropped right down. We've got about 9 knots or something like that at the moment. So just below the Mull of Galloway now. We've just come through, there's a big race all over here. We've just come through that, it was a bit lumpy, but not too bad. About 15, no 11, it's about 17 knots of wind at the moment, so we're going along nicely. So 26 miles to our destination, and we're 20 miles now from our next waypoint. Tide's pushed us down and it will take us back now, so boat's going well. Clearly in sight now, and the headland we've got to go round just up here, then we can get tucked in behind the island. I'm hoping that Ramsey Bay will be reasonable for us to get into. We've motored half of it, sailed half of it, so got poled out Genoa. It's a bit messy, but the Genoa sheets. The Genoa sheets are a bit trapped in the end of the spinnaker pole, so I'm just leaving it alone because it's all working. And we're doing between 6.5, 7 knots at the moment, and we've got about 12 miles to go until we need to tack and go in behind the headland. Tack. Good job. So we're just coming down now to the top end of, or north end of the Isle of Man. Point of Air this is called, with the lighthouse and the mark at the end there. There's a little channel that cuts through, so we're going to take that, and then we're thinking go around that headland now to, I think it's called Lennox Bay. Originally we're going to go into Ramsey Bay, but we're just thinking we've made good time, we might as well use the tide and get a bit closer to Douglas, because there's a blow coming in tomorrow. And at the moment some of the forecasts are giving 7s and 8s and others are giving 6s, so we need to get shelter in Douglas. We're that little bit closer. The sun's out finally, nice blue skies, still pulled out Genoa and Vision's on a preventer, but we are literally going to jibe the next quarter of a mile or so and go down through there. So we've just come into Garwick Bay, I think it's called. Pretty little place. It's a few miles north of Douglas. There's 2 visitors mooring buoys here, although it suggests there could be 3, but there's only 2 that we can see. There is another one up at the harbour, so, and we know these were maintained this year as we spoke to the fisheries guy. And then there is another mooring buoy up there by the main harbour up there. So I've done nearly 66 miles today. The majority of that was on sail, and when we just before we got round that headland up there, very, very gusty with, I guess, katabatic winds up to 27 knots. It's very still now, just gentle breeze really, so hopefully it will be nice and comfortable here this evening. And then we're going to go into Douglas tomorrow. So we've just come into Douglas. It's really nice. Got met by one of the harbour assistants. Took all our lines, explained everything, and it's just on a visitor's pontoon at the moment. It's a temporary sort of stay before you go into the marina, which is just up there. He's come down and explained it all, which is really nice. Don't normally get all that. The ferry's going shortly, and there's an embargo entering until 9:15 I think, and then we go up through there and you can see the spring bridge up there and into the inner harbour, and that's Douglas. So we've just caught the bus from Douglas to Laxey. It's the Laxey wheel down there. It's something to do with the mine that was here, I don't know all the history. We're going to have a walk down.
Is that the one going? Oh no, that's the electric.
No, that's the electric going back. Returning, but the next one's in about 20 minutes. Just the little Laxey train that takes you up to this top of Snow Film. We're on our way. This is the Rattler.
Bella, and with a diameter of 72.5 feet, or just over 22 metres across, it's the largest working water wheel in the world. It was built in 1854 to pump water from Glenmore, which was part of the Great Laxey Mines industrial complex. In 1875,
So we're at Ramsey now. Caught the bus from Lexie to Ramsey. We were going to come in here the other day. Now there by the end of the pier there's two mooring balls. I think that's what we would have picked up, but we carried on round. I'm glad we did, really. Because it saved us a few miles the next day getting to Douglas. More of Ramsey Harbour. It's been quite a commercial port. There's a few yachts in. It's obviously painting day. All the fishing boats back down there spout with paint. So we've left Douglas and we've motored our way down to Port St Mary, which is in front of us now. We're going to try and drop the hook or pick up a mooring ball, stay here overnight and then go to Holyhead tomorrow, leave reasonably early and get down to Holyhead. That's the intention. Just got to see what the forecast says in the morning. We came out of Douglas and it was meant to be blowing force 4, force 5, and then we had into force 7 for a little while, and then it's dropped off back down now to about 12 or 13 knots. Sailed most of the way. We're just coming into Port St Mary now, which we're hoping with the wind in the direction it is, which is more or less on our nose at the moment. It should be fairly sheltered. And then it's 40 miles or 42 miles to Holyhead tomorrow. Come down the coast because it saves about 15 miles, so roughly 3 hours for this boat, crossing to Holyhead. Hope to be there tomorrow evening. Just coming to Port St Mary and picked up one of the visitors mooring buoys. So in 4 meters, just over 4 meters, and only going to drop a meter or just over. Port St Mary, really pretty. So we're just leaving the Isle of Man. We stayed at Port St Mary last night. Very rolling for the first part of the night. In fact, we didn't get any sleep, or very little sleep. Don't know why. Nobody was giving it, have good protection, and the winds were not blowing in, but anyway there was a swell coming in. Not the best night to sleep. But anyway, we're on our way to Holyhead.